Ready to start this big time ESL Bronze Silver Gold League Championship. Today I am Passer and I will be bringing you the best of the action and a little bit of everything else in between. The matches start in a couple minutes here, so we are just gonna hang out. I'm gonna put on some music and we are gonna have some fun. Let me just go get that music. That's not music. That is an advertisement.
But exciting. Make the ground shake.
Alright guys, we are here. We got a game. It is going to be a Silver versus Silver, aka a Cyber Gamer versus Smoke. Smoke, if you guys don't know, was in the championship. I can't remember if he won or not, but that's a moot point. Cyber Gamer, this is his first time playing, so we got to make sure we give him all the hype we need to give him. Let me just make sure everything is good here. Get the plugins working. Configure that. I should be seeing what I'm seeing, minus all the good stuff, because we are not in game just yet. Oh, we also have Ozlord in the chat. He is another caster, but we're not going to worry about him for, the time being. Let's see. Just kind of waiting on the... I'm just gonna be checking my stream, see if that's making sure everything is all set, because once we get into this game, we are not gonna stop until the party ends. And when the party ends, you know it's gonna be a good time. Well, it's not the party ending, it's gonna be a good time, it's gonna be the party. Let me check around for everything, because if we're not set up, we're gonna be in trouble here. Let's see. ESL BSG cup. Turn that. Update that. That's good. We have a 2-minute delay on stream, so if anybody there is playing, don't worry. Let us see what else we can get. And I guess while we're getting vetoes out of the way, I'm going to mute the stream once again so I can put on some music. So we'll be right back once we get into game number 1, Smoke versus Cyber Gamer. Stick around.
Here with you now. See your face in the crowd. You don't seem so far away. Nothing between us is empty space, empty space. Even when the music is loud, I'd rather be no other place. Here with you now. Here with you now. space. I'm here with you. I see your face in the crowd, but you don't seem so far away. Nothing between us is empty space, empty space.
Okay, we are hopping into game number 1 on Moonlight Madness. This is one of the newer maps. If you guys haven't played yet, it is kind of a finicky map, I want to say. It's kind of a weird one to be in. Like, I've played it a couple times, and the thing about it is there's a lot of back rocks. Like, when there is a normal map like Expedition Lost, then it is going to be... Well, this is going to be a PvP, so this is going to be interesting. I haven't seen one of these on this map yet. So why don't you guys bring the hype, bring it now, so we can get these guys ready to go. We're just here in the lobby, waiting around for a second. And this is going to be the first in a best of 3 series. Excuse me one sec. Never mind. So we're hopping right in the game now. The clock has started. The end of your waiting. You don't have to listen to me now. Try and buy time, because we're in game number 1. Just going to... I don't want to do that. So hopefully everyone can see the game. Usually with the first game of the day, there's a few technical issues, but that shouldn't be a problem this time. It will take like 2 minutes for me to figure that out, but we are in game number 1. We started here. Let's do this. Spawning in the top position. He is very far in this tournament already. It is all red. That's not red. That is green Protoss Smoke. And down here working for PWT, it is our orange Protoss Cyber Gamer. So a first-timer versus a reigning champ. This will be an interesting game. I turned up my sound volume a lot louder when I play, so let me move that. And that is Ozlord's view. He's just now getting the introductions. I don't know why I clicked that, but that is a little bit of an extra for you. So, looks like Smoke is going to be the first one to scout, and while we're waiting for this game to get underway, I'm going to explain the map a little bit. So this is one of your natural bases. You could also take this one. This one is easily walled off, but back here you have 1 set of rocks, 2 set of rocks, and there's no rocks over here, I don't think. No, so it is 2 sets of rocks that give you access to this base. Now, if you're a Zerg rushing for roaches, this could be a very good thing. As a Protoss, it does give you some level of protection as well. The thing about it is... Oh, and we're already going into the crazy stuff. We have a pylon here sitting around. He's not going to see it. He doesn't have the scouting yet. And he's just going to use this probe, make sure that he doesn't see it for a long time. On the back of this, we do have a double gateway production. Got zealots being warped out. He could have made them in here. I don't know why he didn't, is the thing. But Cyber Gamer is going to see this. He's going to have a small read on what's going to be going on. And he looks like he's about to start Stalker production as soon as that Cyber Core is finished. Let's make sure you can actually see the game. Yes, you can. Wow, that is awesome. Let's minimize all of that. So these probes are going to come home. A little walk in the forest for them. We got the second gateway almost complete. no Cyber Core, it looks like, just yet. He's going to be sticking with this in-house proxy. Normally, if you make a double gateway, you want to proxy it somewhere here, or especially on this map, you can proxy it down here, and if there is not a fast expand, then they aren't going to see it. But this is a little scary for a Cyber Gamer. At the moment, he only has this one Zealot. He's only making one unit at a time, and we already have the first set of Zealots across the map coming around. He is going to hold this off for a minute here. Cyber Gamer doing some really good micro. He's going to take a few hits on that Zealot, and he is going to lose a probe for his efforts. At this point, he can't really lose a probe, but he does win that first engagement with 4 HP. He feels like a hero until he sees the second Zealot. Skype, you are not wanted here. Go away. But we do have the first Stalker, so the Stalker needs to start kiting. Can't afford to take hits like that. And he is going to be able to do that for a while. He is going up to 3 gateways as well to prevent any sort of aggression that is still coming out of Smoke. Smoke just going to position these units right here for the moment. This is the only attack path, by the way, for the first few minutes of the game. And behind this, it looks like with the pressure he's put on, he is able to expand in a couple seconds here as soon as he has the minerals for it. Behind this, we have a 3-gate Robo on the way. Second gas coming out. And Warp Gate is finished. So Gamer looking like he wants to put on some aggression. This could be for Immortals. This could be for Fast Colossus. We will have to see. Excuse me. But on the back of this, we do have a single Stalker out here. Gonna find these Zealots on the way out. We have a probe moving out so he can go for a pylon. But he's going to start kiting back with this one Stalker. The second Stalker not really attacking, but now these Zealots need to get out of there. This is not good for them. We do have a Stalker on the back of this, so these Zealots finally have a purpose. It is to make sure that Stalker does not die. A Warp Gate still on the way for him. He's chrono boosting that out now, but it's a lot later. He's not going to have that advantage. We have 4 Stalkers on the high ground. This probe is going to get taken out as well. But Cyber Gamer in a really good position here. He can just kite back these Zealots for days, and he sees the pylon now. That's good for him to see. But with this Immortal coming out, that Stalker is toast. He can even just take up a straight up fight, but he did need to micro a little bit to prevent that Stalker from dying. But he's still not going to attack that pylon. He sees it's there, but he doesn't really know that it isn't his. He probably thinks, oh, I put one down a while ago. I didn't notice it. But he is in silver. Oh, and here comes the warp in of Zealots. Just as he's moving across the map, this is going to be a little bit tricky to deal with because he needs to micro here, and he needs to make sure these guys don't die on the other side of the map. He's going to go straight for the probes as well. Cyber Gamer at a probe deficit by a large margin here, and he's losing a lot of probes to these Zealots. Pro tip, don't engage Zealots with your probes unless you're in a good position. But we do have this Immortal here trying to do some work. Mothership core just now made. It doesn't have the energy for a photon overcharge, but the Sentry is able to do some damage through force fields. And on the other side of the map, we have Cyber Gamer moving in for the attack. The secondary base is forfeit almost because he's not able to defend it. We also have ground level 1s on the way, but this attack gets it cleaned up very handily. But he is still very far behind in terms of probes. This is not an Artosis pylon. Don't panic, everybody. It does unpower the Cyber Core and 2 of the gateways, but it is not a full-on Artosis pylon. He's trying to focus down 1, but he's not going to get that second pylon. Unless he tries focusing down with the Immortal. No, everything dies on the other side of the map, and that pylon is still alive. That is the longest time I've seen a seen pylon live. But on the other side, Smoke does defend, so he is at a very good position. He's got his secondary. He can start You can start moving down probes whenever he wants. He is heavily oversaturated here. Usually you want about 16 probes per mineral line. Excuse me. And he's just trying to put on the full-on aggression. Warps in over here again, but that's a mistake. He doesn't really have the unit count, and he doesn't have the production to be able to warp in consistently. And when you have immortals on the map, unlike Smoke, then Cyber Gamer just putting out the lull, and he knows the stalkers can't escape, so those are trapped and dead stalkers. They is not going to get out of here. Immortals do so much damage. Already 3 kills on him. He's almost a hero. You need about 5 to be a hero in this game. We do have these 4 zealots hanging out. No proxy pylon on the other side of the map to reinforce. We have a pylon for Cyber Gamer here that's going to be able to send some zealot run-bys. But Cyber Gamer in a bit of a choke here. He's going to move on top of this by accident, and he's going to get taken out. He can't really engage this. He needs to back up. Those stalkers are a bit weak. They need to regenerate shields. At least use the mothership core or something. Get ready. Okay, so he does hold off for now. Smoke deciding he doesn't want to take the end of the fight, but the proxy pylon is on the way now. And we have 5 more stalkers. So Smoke is starting to take a really good position in this game. Immortal production has ceased, and there are only these 3 gateways. On the back of this, we are going to see some really late Ling play. It looks like Blink play. Blink play, one of those things that you need to get it pretty early, but you can abuse it. If you get vision to the other side of these rocks and he doesn't have any vision of these ones, then you can get in there and do a lot of damage. Smoke just posturing for more aggression, and at the same time he's ahead in upgrades. As a mirror matchup, it is extremely hard to be ahead when you're behind in upgrades. A couple sentries now warping in. They can force field the ramp, forcing the destruction of that nexus. And he is going to move out, it looks like, just posturing for the moment. And win behind Dark Shrine. So that is really what this Twilight Council was used for. I lied about the Blink play. But other than that, Smoke with a really aggressive army here, he could probably take this. There is no detection, so if that Dark Shrine gets out, he'll be in trouble. But I mean, Smoke just in a pretty good position. He used his energy on the Guardian shields, however. That is going to prevent him from dropping force fields. But that phase is cancelled immediately. At this point, Cyber Gaming just needs to buy time. If he force fields that ramp, he will be in a good spot. Because once those DTs are out, there is absolutely nothing. You gotta force field the ramp, man. Force field. There you go. Good force field. Section this army off. The mothership core does die, but I think this may be enough here from Smoke. Once those force fields are gone, there is 1 sentry left. But Smoke, with the gateway push of death here, is moving on in to take game number 1 in a very convincing fashion. 3 DTs are on the way in the back. Or no, they're actually across the map. She's gonna go for a base race with 3 DTs, but it's not gonna work. GG is called, and Smoke takes game number 1. So we got a feel for what these players are trying in their strategies with that first game. I am gonna do this a little bit more. Just do some behind the scenes stuff. So untitled broadcast on null. Okay, let's check all of this. Okay, everything looks good. I am really surprised. Everything just looks fantastic. So we got all of this going. Was so nervous. Pluto stream died and can't get it to work. Oh man, that is not good. We may be switching tournaments here just because of that. Because we do have Oslord in this. Switch turns. Epic nerve. Yeah, Cybergamer saying he is a bit nervous. This is his first time. And let me see what a Scarecrow. Let's do the next. Alright, so we're hopping into the lobby here. Sorry, a bit of Pluto is kill. Okay, there he is. He's back online. Let me see everything we got. Ready when you are. So yeah, if you guys enjoy the stream, you can hit that follow button. I got something that'll make it on the screen. So if you want to see something cool, you can hit that follow button. But we'll have to see what's going to happen as a result of Pluto's stream dying. We can't really look into the future and see what's going to happen. But if he does die, I may have to take over the Platinum Diamond stream, and we'll let Oslord take care of the Bronze, Silver, and Gold. But anyway, enough about the behind the scenes stuff. You guys don't care about that. You're here for fun. You're here for excitement. So we're going to hop into game number 2 on Coda LE. One of the older favorites from the last season. I like it. You guys, I don't know if you like it, but if you like it, say so in the chat. I always love having you guys talk in chat. I read it sometimes if I'm not in game. It's hard to read sometimes. I'm sorry. But here, spawning in the bottom position, he is up 1 game in this best of 3 series, representing himself and no one else. It's our green Protoss, Smoke. And in the other corner of the map, he changed colors so he could win this game. Fresh start. It is PWT Cyber Gamer. Yeah, that's a Funker level of observing right there. Let's get this screen up. Smoker's up 1 game. And what do we have here? Well, obviously this is the Silver League. This is Silver League play, so there is a possibility that is just for an early scout. But at the same time, Smoke not going for the base, so we know what's going to happen here, guys. Are you ready for the cheese of a lifetime? You cheeky Protoss, you Smoke. That is why he's the reigning champion. He knows all the tricks, so he's going to use them to his advantage. We have a gateway in the back, and it's going to be actually a lot quicker than what Smoke is going to get, because he did throw down a pylon on the other side of the map. Usually when you want to cheese, you make the pylon on the other side of the map rather than the pylon up here, just so you can get the gateway out quicker, because by the time that this gateway is done, that gateway is not going to be done. But will Cybergamer spot this? He's going straight for his opponent's base rather than looking up at his third. The second probe from Smoke, it is the only probe actually. Shut up, Skype, I'm not listening to you. We have a gateway, so it's going to be a double gateway. This is really a heavy for him. If this doesn't work, he's going to be so far behind because he doesn't have the production at home to launch a counter attack. On the back of this, Cybergamer, still not seeing this, is going for a full-on scout of the base, and this is when the clock begins to tick. He knows what's up now. He sees that there is no gateways, so he knows that this is gonna be it. He knows what he has to do. Hopefully, just get that Cyber Core, get some Zealots, Chrono Boost them out. You're using way too much Chrono Boost and where you don't need it. Instead, he's gonna go for Warp Gate very fast, but he needs another gateway. If you don't have another gateway, you're not going to be able to match the production. Smoke, on the other hand, knows what he needs to chrono, and he is going to go for it as soon as he has enough. Cybergamer still hasn't seen where it's proxied. He just knows it's proxied, and here it comes. One thing he can do is, if he had a sentry in time, he could have force fielded the ramp. That probe trying to be a distraction, save itself, but no, Zealot, you are not a hero. You got to get behind this mineral line and defend. These Zealots starting to do some work. If that pylon falls, it's going to supply block him a little bit. And the supply block is down, but we do have a mothership core. If he can defend for the moment, he will be in a good spot. Mothership Core does damage to ground without having to worry about them attacking back. So this is a good hold so far out of Cybergamer. He's even on Zealot, but he needs to micro this guy back. He can't afford to lose it. Mothership Core, where are you going? You need to be here. And good micro on that last Zealot, making sure it does not fall. If it falls, then he's a little troubled. But the two gateways on the other side of the map aren't doing anything anymore. He has the Cybernetics core, so he could start Stalker production, but that's not going to really help him at this point. Last Zealot goes down, and he's finally going to see where this is proxied. If he moves a little bit to the left or the right, whichever way you're looking. But on the back of this, we got another gateway coming down, so maybe he wants to return the favor. Again, he has Warp Gate a lot quicker than Smoke, but Smoke is going for that second base, so he's going to be ahead economically. Already he has the worker lead by 2 after killing 4 workers in that attack. And let me go back into normal view here. And back at this, he's going for a Forge, which is starting to be one of the new metas I have found. Go for that fast gateway, go for that Forge, but this has always been part of the meta since the Wings of Liberty beta. Once people learned they could chrono this stuff on the other side of the map, Skype, you are not part of this game, leave me alone. And here we go, we got the 2 stalkers coming in, going to take care of this. A couple sentries trying to warp in, but if he targets down the pylon, they should not get out. No chrono boost yet out of Smoke, so he's not really trying too hard to get those sentries out. He does cancel them. He does have, and Cybergamer has a vision of the watchtower in the middle of the map. Smoke just about to finish his gateway tech. The Forge could start 1-1. Hang on. But yeah, this base is going down. Smoke wanting to try and remake those bases. That is not really going to work too well. He's going to clean this up. That probe wanted to be a hero. Second base goes down for him, and Smoke not really having a huge supply lead in terms of worker, but he is starting to go further ahead as the supply blocks reign supreme for Cybergamer. These two are going to take a long time. This Stalker, this is like excuse me, English sucks. This is like a construction crew. That one Stalker attacks while the other one just sits around. But on the other side of the map, here comes the aggression. No workers, there's no units back at home to defend this. Warpgate has finished. He's going for +1 armor, so that is going to help. But to do that, you need units. That pylon is going to die quicker than the photon cannons can get out. The Mothership Core does have enough energy for a Photon Overcharge. That is one of his saving graces here. That is really loud. I don't know why. But the Mothership Core goes down after dropping a Photon Overcharge. If you cancel that, too late. Those zealots get out. A couple probes are pulled, and this is held back. That Mothership Core needs to get out of there, but it dies as well. So a good hold out of Snoke, but this attack is nowhere near done. Just gotta wait for that Photon Overcharge, but once that is complete, these two cannons aren't going to be enough to hold the aggression. Cybergamer wants this to end. He wants to take care of Smoke right now before anything else happens in this game. Can't call in an all-in yet, but double forge production as well. Starting to harbor a lot of minerals. If you wanted to throw a couple more gateways, just make this a 7-gate rather than a 4. Okay, so DJ Spectre is going to go for the Plat Diamond tournament. So we can team up with Oslord. But yeah, here we go. Cybergamer just taking care of business here. There are way too many stalkers for these two cannons to hold. Tries to warp in a couple zealots right on top, but that is not going to work. And Cybergamer's got this game in the bag. Mothership Core is dead again for Smoke, so no Photon Overcharge. A couple more cannons going down on the high ground, but this base is forfeit. On the back of this, Cybergamer going for his +1 upgrades. There is no +1 attack coming out of Smoke just yet, so this base is going to fall. I feel like if Smoke would just take this opportunity, just make units right now, right here, he would be able to hold this a bit. There we go. We got sentries on the way. That's what you need at the point at this moment. Cybergamer going to try and move up the ramp, but is he going to get caught? Yes, he gets caught halfway through, but yeah, tries to go for the pylons, but that's not enough. That last stalker giving him vision, so Smoke actually holds this. He lost his Nexus, so that is going to put him behind because Cybergamer has his on the other side of the map. But that is enough cannons for the moment, unless this pylon goes down, and that unpowers them. He needs to take care of the rest of the pylons before they come back online or get out of the way. But he is going to retreat for the moment, resume his forces, and get back to what he knows best, which is full-on aggression. Pro production has stopped for him as well, but he's going to the next phase of his 4-gate plan. We have a Stargate on the way. Probably going to make an Oracle just so we can kill all of these nice, juicy, undefended workers. Apparently, I am a very important man because Skype is going nuts. But on that, this game has stabilized. Smoke really needs to get that second Nexus back. Otherwise, he's going to fall really far behind. You can see the income tab up here. Cybergamer almost almost double what Smoke is mining. But Smoke moves down the ramp with all these sentries. That's not a really good idea. The tickle cannons are good for the moment with a little bit of micro, but they're going to die so quickly. Those force fields, who cares? You can walk right around them. +1 attack, +1 defense is done for Cybergamer as well. He has the upgrade lead. 3 stalkers on the high ground. Chrono boost those gateways out so you can get more units, man. You got this. But other than that, Cybergamer just taking a moment here before he goes back in. He could start chrono boosting out this Void Ray. He could chrono boost out a lot of things right now, but he's going to decide not to do it. Unfortunately, right now, he's giving Smoke the time he needs. And what do we have over here? We have a probe sneaking out to the middle of the map. It's going to looks like he was trying to hide a Nexus, which isn't going to work for him. What he needs to do with this probe now is if he can get around to power these warp gates, I doubt it will be seen for a bit. First boardway is out, but this is a very solid defense out of Smoke. He not going to break the ramp with just gateway units. He needs to wait for a few more Void Rays. And he does have double production here. He has the second Stargate. So we'll see what he decides to do. Hidden Pylon on the other side of the map. He could warp in DTs, except for one big problem. There's no Twilight Council, so he can't make a Dark Shrine. On the back of the Cyber Gamer, starting to mass a lot of minerals here. He just doesn't have the production building suspended. Excuse me. You need to get more warp gates. And you could start your +2, just get a Twilight Council, and you're good. Starting to run out of minerals on his first base, and deciding not to destroy those once again. We also have a hidden base up here for Smoke, trying to be a bit more defensive. That Stalker just died really fast. So you can see here all the units lost. It's pretty heavily in favor of Smoke by about 1,500 minerals. That's not too much considering it's Protoss. Protoss is very expensive. And what is it with Cyber Gamer and not attacking pylons that he sees at the moment? I guess he just doesn't realize it. Do realize this is silver. Sometimes they don't see things out on the map. But he's going to try and attack up here, and that is a bad idea. Cyber Gamer, you're already ahead. You have the upgrade advantage. You have a lot of advantages here. Don't waste it on this attack. Oh, a Colossus does warp in here. It's a fake Colossus, don't worry. But we're not going to tell Cyber Gamer that. He's going to retreat for now. But the Mothership Core does die once again. That is 5 Mothership Cores lost this game. If you've seen normal games, usually you don't even lose one. But at the same time, we have these Void Rays up in the map. They did go by that pylon before taking it out, so it was spotted. But on the back of this, they're going straight for the main base, which is almost mined out, and he can't transfer workers over here. That is the problem with the secret base. You can't transfer workers where you need them unless he mass recalls here. But that is a little bit of a weird trick. Not many people know it. And here we go. The slaughter begins. So many probes died in that attack. And on the back of this, Cyber Gamer could have pressed the front a little bit. That is a lot of cannons, but I think you could take it with this number of Zealots. Just put the Zealots in front. And the Void Ray is going to back out for a moment. We do have more on the way. He's continuing that double production. This base is starting to get saturated, but it is going to be a while before the income really starts to be seen here. And up here, we do have an attack at the ramp. Void Ray is coming again for a flank. So this attack is dead because of the sentries. He needs to back out of there. And the Nexus is going to go down. And this is when he's going to know something's up. When Smoke doesn't get revealed. That entire attack got taken out, however. That is a bit unfortunate. Warp Gate's over here is still not dead, so they can do a bit of damage. Smoke, on the other hand, is losing everything in his main base, but he's about to reveal his secret base. Unfortunately, when a probe can't find a Nexus nearby, it goes for the nearest base, aka that one, the hidden one, the one you really don't want anybody to see. So it looks like this is going to prompt him to attack. He doesn't really have too many other options. But there's Void Rays. He could warp in at home. I think this is a Cyber Gamer victory all the way. As long as he doesn't take any bad engagements. And he should be seeing that he's not taking any damage from these Immortals. So he knows they're going to be fake. But here comes the attack. The Phoenix there getting some information before going up. He knows that there's a Stargate. But he really needs to start working on these buildings. So far, that base still hasn't been revealed. He wasn't really paying attention to where the probes were leaving to. But if Smoke wins this game, it's going to be because of a mistake. The hallucinations are a really nice touch, though, making it look like you have more than you have. But I think Cyber Gamer knows they're fake, mainly because he hasn't seen a Robo Bay anywhere. He's not focusing them down. now hitting him with one. But is Smoke actually going to hold here? Is he going to have enough to take out these Void Rays? A resounding yes. These Void Rays at home. Go home. You are needed on the other side. Probes are pulled to fight. No, what are you doing? Just get a sentry and force field the main. No, this is a bit of a mistake. Unfortunately, he is gonna die. There are a lot of probes here dying. So, for the first time, Smoke takes a lead heavily. But it looks like this attack is finally gonna be cleaned up. There's no Cybercore, so you can't warp in Stalkers, and without Stalkers, you can't shoot up. That is the only units at the moment that can shoot up in the game. And now, Cybergamer just needs to find the remaining. He knows that he should have seen that mass recall. Now, what a mass recall does is it takes you back to your nearest, or whichever one you select, it takes you back to your, Nexus, whichever one you choose. And the problem with that is it reveals you. So once this goes down, it's going to be GG out of Smoke. He can only warp in Zealots, which last I checked can't shoot up. That's really weird. So you can actually see control groups. Now that's pretty cool. But GG, Cybergamer takes game number 2. So we're going to hop into game number 3. So a really good game out of Cybergamer, though. You can see that he took a lesson from the last game and just did what he does best. Got the nerves out of the way. And DJ Spectre, he's going to be over at twitch.tv/DJ Spectre for the Plat Diamond Cup. And we're just going to wait on game number 3. It is going to be on the new map Terraform. We're going to have to see how that one plays out as well. I haven't seen a lot of the matchups. I've seen TVZ on that map as well as a TVP. But that's just because I was playing them. Trying to think of things to talk about. So yeah, if you're liking the cast, you can hit that follow button. Other than that, it's not really too much to say. Let me see. Someone tell... sorry, I'm reading all these annoying Skype messages that come up. Making sure... everything is alright. But great games. So actually, okay, Smoke needs a moment. That is understandable. Oh, and Cybernetic Gamer, the gamer who is playing these games, just followed. Why is my Twitch alert not working? Unless you guys actually saw it, then in that case it is working. But thank you so much, Cybernetic Gamer. That is awesome. You are awesome. Great game so far out of you. And let's hope for the best in this game 3. Gonna mute my mic for a second. Let me grab some water, and I'll be right back. Okie doke. We are back, and we're just going to wait for the game to start. But if you guys, I need you guys to tell me. I know you're kind of just lurking in chat, but let me know if the follower tab did work. If it didn't, I really do want to know, just because I want to fix that in between games, because it is really good. I finally got it working. I'm so happy about it. So other than that, we're just waiting for the game to start, and here we go. Countdown has initiated. So Terraform, the thing about this map, it is a two-player map. Spawn in the top left and the bottom right, and you have a variety, not a variety of those, but a variety of attack paths. I'll explain them while we wait for the game, and here we are. Spawning down here in the bottom position, he is tied up at 1. Representing himself, it's Smoke. And up here in the top position, representing PWT, he brought it back in that last game, it is Cyber Gamer. So, like I was saying, there are a lot of attack paths on this map. Smoke, again, going for that early probe, which could be for another cheese, but the thing about cheese in a PvP is it's a one-time pony. Now, as I was saying, the main attack path, as you can see by the probe, goes through this choke point. The choke point is covered by bushes, so you can hide on either side of the map, and it goes through the points at the other time. You can block it off with this rock tower, but that keeps this path and this path at the top and bottom free and open. You can also take the long way around down here or up here. As I said, that Smoke is throwing down a pylon. So this is a map where you can really get by run-bys. If you're a Zerg player, you can really do damage as harassment. You can get Hellions around there. You can sneak an Oracle through there, but Oracles can fly, so it doesn't really matter. Cyber Gamer, not seeing that pylon. He's not going to throw down anything yet. But his gateway is going to be super late, unless he is going for a Nexus first, which he is not. He's going for a gateway. But it is going to be really far behind Cyber Gamers. That's one little issue here. I guess he was trying to do another 2-gate, but I can't really get inside his head and ask him, because we're in the middle of a game. Smoke deciding he wants to attack his own pylon. That's a bit of a riot on his hands. Luckily, there is a Nexus, and probes are very, very weak. That's why riots on Ire were always taken out very early. But a little bit of a probe fight, a little surround, and Cyber Gamer gets taken out. Back to this, we have a Forge. Is going to be able to defend him against any kind of early aggression once he gets those cannons out. But Cyber Gamer, it looks like, wants to be super aggressive in this game. He's doing the same thing he's done. That is terrible map. That is terrible map. Just let me go on top of the Cyber Core. But whatever. He's chrono boosting it out. He's getting a Stalker, and he's going across the map. This is either to put on pressure or try and kill him. Smoke, on the other hand, doesn't want to fall victim to that, so he's going to throw down a cannon as soon as he gets the chance. Checking for proxies within his own base, always a smart thing to do, especially if you are in the lower leagues, because that's where you put the proxies if you're in lower leagues. Inside the base, just because it's easier to get to. But we do have that 3-gate aggression coming out. Cyber Gamer wants to take this game as convincingly as possible. That hidden pylon not going to be spotted for a long time, because you're going to have Zealots, you're going to have Stalkers, you're going to have the whole 9 yards to attack with. And here we go. Here we go. There we go. Back to this. It looks like he's ready to expand if necessary. His warp gate has completed. And that is an Artosis pylon. A surround on the Zealot needs to just start doing damage. He's trying to move it, and he actually breaks free. That Zealot was just about to be taken out by probes. He would have been the laughing stock of ire at that point if he did. But here we go. The pylon is going to die. Well, that's photon cannon, but it's not going to matter. Greed Stalker's going to make sure that no photon overcharge takes him out. The Zealot's starting to do some work, and this aggression, it looks like may be enough to end the game right now. Zealot just going to work here. Already has 4 or 5 kills, 6 kills. He's stealing the kills from the Stalkers. But there's really not much Smoke can do behind this. Cybergamer just pumping on the pressure. This is full Protoss Cyber NA. Cybergamer on the NA server is going full Protoss. And he's going to take this game number 2. Game number 3, rather. In very convincing fashion. Tries to force field off, but that's not going to work. That one photon cannon trying to do all the work it needs to do, but it's not enough. It's going straight for the pylons, making sure that Smoke can't build anything. But all the workers are dead. GG is called, and Cybergamer moves on to the next round. And Sinistro is now following on Twitch. Thank you, Sinistro. You are awesome. Sinistro, if you guys don't know, he's one of our Portuguese admins. So he's an awesome guy. If you see him in ESL if you see him in the ESL group, make sure you say hi to him. Just making sure everything is here. And it is time to get a new game. Also, twitch.tv/DJ Spectre is going on for the Platinum Diamond Tournament. So if you guys want to check him out, make sure you follow him too. Him and SC2 Pluto. If you guys don't know those two, then you should. They are some of our best. I am what you get, but they are some of the best. So I'm going to put on some music while I look for another game, and I'll see you guys in a minute.
Even when the music is loud, I'd rather be no other place. Here with you now, here with you now.
Okay, that is a bit better there. So guys, we got our next match. It is gonna be Cyber Gaming versus some Invictus. Let me see. Sorry, I went quiet there. But everything is looking to be good here. We're just waiting on the vetoes. Some Invictus and Cyber Gamer just kind of sitting around for a moment. Okay, so some Invictus vetoes Dash and Terminal. That is a really good map to veto. Let me check what race he is, just so I can get a slight idea of what we are going for here. Looks like he is a Terran player. So that is really good for him. Vetoing Dash and Terminal is because there is really strong Protoss Blink play, which, as you know, Cyber Gamer is a player who is Protoss. On the back of this, we also have Iron Fortress and Moonlight Madness being vetoed. So the first map to be chosen is Coda. So we're going to be doing Coda, Terraform, and Bridgehead. Hopefully we get to that game 3 where there is a... I just want to know which maps are going in which order. Those are going to be a lot of fun. But other than that, if you guys are enjoying the stream, hit that follow button. Yeah, I really appreciate it. It just means you like what we did. Even if it's that one time you tuned in for like 2 seconds and you said, wow, this is fun, but I have to go. I just appreciate it. It's always something. You don't even have to. There's an issue. You can select it on my. But yeah, I just appreciate it. You can turn off the things that give you notifications when I go online or stuff, but you know, it's just one of those things. If you enjoyed it, I'm gonna stop trying to do that. Just going back into the game, because we're hopping into Coda LE. It's a best of 3 series. It's a PVT, one of the greatest matchups ever if you're one of those players. I'm trying to not show bias here. It's going to be gold versus silver as well. So, other than that, let's get right into game number 1. Representing PWT up here, he is the red Protoss. It's Cyber Gamer. Skilled introductions here, and down in the bottom position, representing All In. He wants to win this series. It is some Invictus. There we go. That's Funka for you right there. So we'll have to see which route both players decide to take. Coda is not one of those maps where you're going to go for a greedy command center first, just because the rush distance, while not the shortest, is still not too good because you know where your opponent spawned. On maps like Cactus Valley, that's a bit different, but both players deciding to go for the building they need to build something else. I mean, that's pretty much how you have to start a game. So I can't commentate on it. Now, as for Coda, sentries are very powerful here. You have a lot of choke points in these ramps, which can be force fielded off. You can tear an army in half. So that is really good for the Protoss player. We do have some Invictus not going for gas, so this is not going to be a Reaper opening. It looks like he is instead going to go for a 1-Rax fast expand. As a Terran player, a lot of times you want to go for that early scouting information that a Reaper gives you. A 1-Rax fast expand is good as well, just to get those units out that you need to defend against whatever kind of aggression that the Protoss decides to do. He is going to chase Cybergamer out of his base. Oh, that's just something in the corner there I had to get rid of. Don't know what that is, but let's just keep it there. And he's just gonna try and put the fear of Protoss into some Invictus. He almost lost the probe there. That was kind of funny. He got locked in. That's a bit of a mistake. Cost him not the probe, but it cost him the forward pylon. But that pylon tells me that Cybergamer wants to be aggressive. Still doesn't have his cybernetics core. He's going for that zealot. And no expansion just yet. So yeah, he definitely wants to be aggressive here. He's probably going to go for that early warp gate tech that we saw him go for. Excuse me, sorry about that. But he's going to go for that early warp gate pressure that we saw him take. Problem is, this is a Terran. If the Terran gets his production up, he still hasn't taken gas, by the way. He probably should take that soon. But this is going to be a 3-Rax opener into factory. Actually, I don't know the build order too well, but so ignore me if I say anything really wrong. I do play Terran, but I use like 3 or 4 build orders. This is not one of them anymore. I stopped using it after I got out of gold. But he is saturating his base nicely, as is Cybergamer. Both want to be... Well, I mean, Cybergamer at the moment doesn't want to be supply block. That was one thing he was for a moment there. I think his Zealot just died. Yes, it did. Tried to attack the ramp with a bunker on it. But other than that, both players not really choosing to go for that aggression. Now, this tells me one of two things. This is either going to be Blink or DTs. Well, I mean, it could be fast High Templars as well, but that'd be kind of weird. Well, I mean, not too weird, excuse me. But double gas did come out, so he's going to have plenty of gas to get that factory up as soon as possible. You need that starport before you can engage the Protoss army. That's one thing you do need. But he is going to have a lot of Marine Marauder production as soon as that tech lab finishes. He's going to start his first Marauder. And he should be moving out with a very small force soon, I feel. There's still only one gateway production. The second one only halfway done. And the way he's clicking on that tells me that he wants to go Blink. You know what else tells me he wants to go Blink? He's researching Blink. But he's going to start moving across the map. He's going to use the Mothership Core rather than an Observer for this attack to give him vision. This one Marine knows it's coming, so he's going to be standing vigilant guard. And we do have a good timed stim on the way. Once stim is done, Blink play is not going to work too well. We do have a lot of Marines in production as well. So off of 2 gateways, third and fourth coming down, and a Templar Archives as well. So if this Blink doesn't work, he's gonna move back into what do you call them? High Templars, which can do Storm. Storm, if you guys didn't know, is really good against Marines. Marines, if you haven't noticed, is what some Invictus is making. But if Storm doesn't get out, then it's all for naught. Is this going to be a stim timing? It looks like it. That starport is so far off. And we also have combat shields on the way. So he's looking maybe to be aggressive here with this small force. I don't entirely disagree with that. There is not too much at home. You have 4 stalkers, but That's a lot of Marines, and a Marauder is finally in production, but he is supply blocked for another couple of seconds. Calls down supply on one supply depot. Gonna get that medevac production started, but Storm is on the way. You could chrono boost that out if you wanted, but he's choosing not to for the moment. This looking like a Roddy 3 simulator build until he threw down that fourth one. Now it looks nothing like it. But he's got good production so far, as some Invictus does. Should throw down maybe 1 or 2 more barracks just to keep up with his opponent. Queuing up depots, that's pretty good as well to make sure he doesn't get that supply block that Cyber Gamer is finding himself in as well. But here comes the big push. Psionic Storm, even if it completes, he hasn't warped in any High Templar. That is probably what's going to kill him in this game. If he warped in High Templar, he'd be in a much better position. This Mothership Core is going to be so important. He's moving out, but that's a lot of units. They have stim. +1 is complete as well. All these stalkers going to get caught. He needs to use the blink. Yes, he has blink. Blink away. Blink away. The Mothership Core dies, so there's nothing to stop this attack. No High Templar. He needs Archons. Well, he has 3 High Templar, but maybe an Archon would help. But he needs to retreat. He can't hold this base. Cyber Gamer gonna lose his second Nexus, just waiting for that Storm. But Storm is a whole ways off. Needs about 20 more seconds. Oh, great force field, however, buying him the time he needs. Is he gonna get the big money storms? If he does, yes, those are the storms that get the angry Reddit posts. There are still units. Yep, he could morph these into Archons, but instead they die. This is gonna get cleaned up, but he is bringing all his units across the map. Some Invictus is. So far, this attack has been stopped, but there's no High Templar. There is 1 High Templar with no Storm. Can't really engage with this few Stalkers. Needs to pull back. He can't defend the low ground at this point. Storm not anywhere near done. Stims up there. Gonna go for the High Templar first. Marauders need to be focused down at the least. But this is looking really bad for Cyber Gamer. Looks like he's gonna have to GG out here soon. And some Invictus is gonna take game number 1. GG. Congratulations, some Invictus taking the lead in this best of 3 series. So that was a very strong showing out of some Invictus. I feel like Cyber Gamer could have held that a little bit better. Not much to say about that game. That was pretty standard. He did a bio push, which kind of just killed him. He lost too many units on the low ground. Couldn't really defend the high ground. Those storms nearly saved him, but he needed just 1 or 2 more. The fact that a very few units were left is what killed him, pretty much. He was able to, Cyber Gamer was able to clean it up, but by the time he cleaned it up, the next units were already there. Just muted my mic for a second there. We're waiting on the invite to game number 2. Make sure I actually unmuted my mic. So yeah, if you guys notice any issues with the stream, please let me know. It's no fun when people don't tell you what's wrong with the stream. You really need to know. But we're hopping into game number 2 on Terraform. Now, like I explained before, Terraform is one of those maps where a lot of things can happen. You really need to control the center. If you control the center, you control the game, pretty much. There are some gold bases I didn't tell you about, but that is not really too important. In the lobby here, and we're starting things up. Guys, bring the hype for this game number 2. It's either gonna be send Cybergamer home or make him a champion. Well, it's not the finals, but it will be a champion in all of our hearts. He's the underdog. He's the silver player. He's gonna take out this gold if he wants to win this game. And representing himself and PWT in the bottom corner, he's down 1 game. Let's see if he can fix that. It's Cybergamer. And up here, after a convincing win, he wants to close it out right now. Representing All In, it's some Invictus. So we'll have to see. Cybergamer, if he wants to get aggressive, he has to do it a lot earlier. Well, but what I mean by that is if he wants to put on some pressure, he should use the standard 1 Zealot, 1 Stalker, 1 Mothership Core. That would be excuse me, I'm forgetting English. If anyone else has this problem, let me know in chat, just so I know I'm not alone. But it's a caster issue. You gotta know the language you're trying to do. But other than that, Cybergamer not deciding to go for cheese. All in some Invictus. Looks like he actually might be. Unless he throws down that barracks right there and prove me dumb. That is a scouting SCV. But on the back of this, looks like it's again going to be a 1 racks fast expand into 3 barracks. And again, like I said, that is very powerful if he wants to do that timing push. The thing about gold and lower leagues is many players try and get a little bit fancy with their tactics, where if you just want ladder points, if you don't really care how you get them, just do a stimmed bio push at like 8 minutes. You will 9 times out of 10 kill the other person if they don't know what they're doing. All in some Invictus, just looking for that proxy, making sure that nothing is going to happen here. If he's looking for a Stargate, it is still way too early for one. But he just wants to be sure. We do have the command center going to be thrown down soon. Yeah, there we go. He is putting the SCV towards building that. And that he's going to send this guy home. He figures he's had enough. But while I say that, he is going to not be anywhere near home. That is Cybergamer's base. I was about to say, those were some really weird looking SCVs. But other than that, this probe, if it wanted to throw down a pylon, it's not going to be able to. It's just leading this SCV on a wild goose chase. And that is actually pretty smart. It's denying the 1 mining time of this guy, but he realizes what happens, sends a marine in, and kills it off. We still don't have the second racks coming out yet, mainly because he doesn't have the minerals for it. He's cut SCV production. Well, he hasn't. The supply block has. So a bit of a mistake there. He's going to throw down a bunker at the beginning of his ramp. Also, one thing before we get too far in, I'd like to notice this gold base. I just wanted to show it to you just because it's cool. You have them on both sides of the map. So while we're waiting for that, we can admire some of the placements on this map. Now, I was casting a game earlier with A-Day for his channel, and we had a discussion about which base is better, this one or this one. Now, I'll just say, there's a Stargate coming out for some Oracle play. But let's get back to this tangent for a minute while we wait for everything to happen. This base is harder to defend if you are a Zerg or Protoss player, I feel. We were discussing, it is very good for Terran because you do have a planetary fortress. And I guess that a Cybergamer could take here because of Nexus reasons. The Photon Overcharge, it's super OP, so it can work. But as a Zerg player, you just can't take it. This is the safer third. Or if you're really greedy as Zerg and want to get that creep spread really close, up here, down here, or maybe on the gold bases. Other than that, the Oracle is coming out. So back to this game. We have 3 gateways. So is he going to start making Void Rays out of this is the question. He still has it selected. And it's going to be a second Oracle. That is something really tricky. There are more than enough Marines to take out one Oracle, but if the first Oracle focuses them down as the scan goes down, it's going to reveal this. But if the Oracle forces down all the Marines, then there won't be anything left to stop the second one. But again, workers are the safer choice here. He's going to start moving towards the mineral line. And he shouldn't be engaging into this. But actually, that's a very good engagement. Only 5 Marines, not enough to take it out. The mule goes down. That's not that big of a loss. But the Oracle starting to do a bit of work. 9 kills already. 3 of those SCVs. But it is going to die as the second one comes in. He is running some Invictus around Ragged a little bit because he doesn't have enough to conquer both bases. Not conquer, but defend. They're 2 different words that mean 2 different things. One more barracks and a factory, making this 3 racks. And here comes the second one in for another bit of damage. Can't engage into this. Way too many SCVs. 3 kills already, all of them workers. It looks like he wants to suicide it in, but no. That wasn't an intentional suicide, but hey, whatever works for some Invictus is good for him, he feels. We do have a lot of units being warped in on the other side of the map. No Void Rays yet, so this isn't a Void Ray attack on the back of this. But we have a Robo Bay. He's transitioning into the next portion of his game. Rather than last game, he doesn't want to have to rely on skill storms to do anything that he needs to. And sensing a bit of trickery, he's going to go, Invictus rather, is going to go for a missile turret on the beginning in the front of his base. This of course, it's going to try and run back here, but it just can't do it. It's not enough. Way too much bio. Probe on the other side of the map, gonna hide a pylon somewhere so he can reinforce. Surprisingly, not gonna cancel the rock towers. That's gonna prevent any sort of counterattack if this attack fails. You may want to remember that for a backup plan. Good placement on the pylon, as long as there is no third base here. But other than that, no real unit production, so Cybergamer not really taking this advantage. He should start going towards Colossi. He has the Robo Bay, and as I say that, he's going to throw down the Robo Bay. That is the facility, that is the bay. They are the same thing in everyone's mind, but it doesn't matter. He's going to make an observer as well. A bit worried about Widow Mines. The question is, will the Colossus be out in time, and will there be enough of them if some Invictus decides to do that big bio push that he decided on last time? Stim has been completed for a while now. Combat shields almost done. And we also have concussion shells. Those are very powerful against stalkers who don't yet have blink. Now let's see. Some Invictus is going to move out. Cybergamer going to hide in the grass, and he can't actually see this yet. So he's going to take a lot of losses. But he needs to retreat for now. Wait for those Colossus. Wait for enough units to defend against this. The one stim is going to hurt a lot. These medevacs, while they have a lot of energy, don't have enough to heal all of this. Colossus is being chrono boosted out. Will it be in time? A Cybergamer is supply blocked heavily after that pylon is dead. He's going to try and skirt around this bio force. And actually could start attacking from the high ground. But this Nexus is going to be forfeit once again, like last game. Unlike last game, he's going to let these probes die, free up some supply. But here comes the parade push out of Invictus. One Colossus is nowhere near enough because it does not have extended thermal lance. Can a Cybergamer engage this? That force field is really nice. That saves him for the moment while he gets more units out. But here comes the doom drop. A lot of stalkers warping in, but they're out of position. They're not going to be able to stop this. And it looks like Cybergamer is going to get taken out in this game if he cannot hold on to this. A bunch of units actually not in the fight, but it does not going to matter. The Colossus falls. There are only 16 probes left, but they're not mining. The Manor Mule is saying, get out of my game. And Invictus is going to take game number 2. He's going to take this series 2-0. So congratulations to some Invictus. That's going to bring us up. Let me check our brackets before I leave this game. Just getting onto the website. I have to do it in-game so you guys can see it. Excuse me. Sorry, it's a long morning. I've been tired all day. Let's get the brackets. So this is what we're looking at here. Zombie still does not have his match between Tree Fitty and Yoshi yet, but Invictus goes to the finals with that game. So let's get out of this game. Cybergamer. Alright guys, so I'm going to put on the music while I try and find us another game.
Standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare, but you keep doing it for the thrill. Well, this is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free.
Alright guys, we're just gonna chat for a little bit here. I don't want to bore you with so much music. Pull up some brackets here, see what we're looking at. For the bronze, silver, and gold, we're just waiting for the end of Zombie and Yoshi. Once that is finished, we head straight into the finals. We have 6 people playing this week. So it is going to go pretty fast in terms of how these usually go. And let's get an update on the Platinum Diamond Cup on the other side of the map. Let's get the brackets up. Can't really see this. Okay, those are finally up. So the round of 16 is almost complete. KT July Terran tells me he just completed his round of 16 match. And so he will be facing Ghost Control in the quarterfinals. Ghost Control taking out Troy and Convection to get to the quarter. We have Kamui versus Workhorse also in the quarterfinals. These are all the quarterfinal matches. So they will be fighting. Constant and Juan of Spain already played, so that it's going to be Constant versus Ward. They will play the winner of Tearing It Up versus Mara, who is Tearing It Up. So whoever wins will play Tearing It Up. Weavile and Mara. No, that is round of 32. Hang on, just trying to talk around. Sweet. Okay, yeah, Cybergamer, just talking to Cybergamer for a second here. He says thanks for the 1080 stream. So yeah, guys, we do stream 1080 with 60. But I don't want to bore you. So let's get back to the music in a second. Yeah, just talking to Cyber Gamers. Let's put the music back on. We still got a bit to go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'll see you in a bit.
Just for tonight, but you thoughts just for tonight, would you come with me? Just for tonight, let the lights get just for tonight.
savage.
We are back. The Yoshi and Zombie game has just completed. Bloody Rafe already inviting me to a party, and we finally have our champions. Oh, and Cyber Gamer, thank you so much for subscribing, man. That is awesome. Other than that, we're just gonna wait on Yoshi to get into this lobby. We also are gonna have Oslord doing a second stream of this event. Just gotta get all the necessary components, and we will have the best final you've ever seen this week.
Hello?
So
Oh,
let's
no,
just.
thanks, I'm good. Thanks. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so some Invictus, Bloody Rafe's here. I'm still here. Someone just canceled the party. So for those of you who don't know how this works, this is a best of 5 series. Looks like yeah, so we're just waiting on Yoshi. I think he's trying to get in. Now, who is this? This is Oslord. And other than that, we're just waiting on Yoshi to accept the invite. Once Yoshi accepts the invite, we're going to get these vetoes out of the way. So this is a best of 5 series. Going to tap around here for the minute. But we got this game going underway soon. Lol, me don't think so. Oslord apparently is having the same problems with English I am. So that is how you know we're good casters. I think I heard bread go off somewhere. Okay. So Blood Rafe is in charge of this. Bloody Rafe. Make sure you guys say thank you to Bloody Rafe, Ace Scarecrow. These two are the admins who put in so much work towards these tournaments. They put in a lot of heart. And they love that you guys love them. Just show them some love whenever you get the chance. If you see them on ladder, don't cheese them. That's pretty much the biggest form of love in this game you can show. But other than that, Yoshi still has 1 veto remaining because he only gets 1 veto. Yoshi. I guess he's looking at the map pool. He's going to choose Iron Fortress. That's a bit weird. He is a Zerg player. Let's see around here. So the vetoes are Moonlight Madness and Iron Fortress. And the first map is going to be Dash and Terminal. Map 2 is going to be Coda LE. And I'm kind of reading this out as it goes in the party chat, so bear with us, people. If you want the greatest finals you ever seen, you gotta go through a few vetoes, a few map picks, and a really, really noobish caster. That's really all you can do to get into these finals. Map 3 is going to be Bridgehead, one of the newer maps. It is based off a... That is going to be based off an old Brood War map, I believe. A Cybergamer in ESL in a chat saying, good luck, have fun, everybody. Map 4, gonna be Dash and Terminal. Or Dash has already been used. Okay, so Map 1, Dash and Terminal. Map 2, Coda. Map 3, Bridgehead. Map 4 is gonna be Terraform. And the last in that is going to be, if we get that far, Cactus Valley. Now, you guys saw some Invictus in the last game. Take out a Protoss with a very strong stimmed bio push. Will he do the same, or will he go the other route? There is a lot of routes he can take here. He can go for Reapers, he could go for Hellions, he can go for pretty much any unit in his arsenal. Bloody Riff saying she's fast at this. Lol. But we're just waiting on the party to get into the lobby. So if you guys like this cast, I'm gonna stop telling you to follow. You would have followed already if you liked it. If you didn't, you're probably not here to hear this. So obviously the people in here probably like it. So thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna hop into game number 1 as soon as waiting for party ends. Taking a while. 2 people still need to accept. I'm going to guess it is Ozlord and Yoshi, but there we go. Excuse me. Ozlord saying he has a co-caster, I think. Race check. Wrong guy. Ozlord isn't. Yeah, Ozlord is in the top spot as team number 1 when he really shouldn't be. Ozlord has a co-caster for this game, for this series. So we'll see who that is. Please put Invictus as player, please. You can after the suggestion. It brings him up. Okay, yeah, so we're having a little issue here trying to figure out where everybody goes, where Ozlord's co-caster is. I'm a referee, Bloody Rafe's a referee. That's because we're ESL admins as well as awesome people. So yeah, we're having few issues here. Just kind of waiting on everybody to get where they need to go. Please, sorry. I'm running out out of tangents to explore. But we're just waiting on Oslord, co-caster. What's chat saying about this? Yeah, Cybernetics Gamer, go Invictus. I want to lose to the winner, obviously. That's how it goes. Cyber Gamer, thanks for coming out, man. You're awesome. Still waiting on the game. Oslord is going to ask for, if you make me host, I've suggested lots. Are you sure he isn't in? Oh, it's going to be King of Blades. Or is it? I don't think that's what it was. Still no co-host. Still no co-caster. I'm sorry, guys. This is not my fault. Who is it? It's going to be Frosty Phoenix, a clanmate of Oslord's.
You guys read that the way you want to read it, okay?
Oh my gosh, this is a headache. Lord have mercy. Okay, we're just gonna go on without him. That's fine. He doesn't need a co-caster. I've been doing it alone. If I can do it, he can probably do it. But we're gonna hop into game number 1 as I get rid of that annoying thing. I don't know how to get rid of that, so don't worry about it. It's gonna be there for the rest of our days. So if you're enjoying the full 1080 60 frames per second stream that I apparently have, that I had no idea I was doing,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
just put the hype in the chat. The TVZ. And here we go. Spawning up here in the bottom right position, representing himself and no one but, it's our green Zerg Yoshi. And up here in the top corner, coming off a convincing win, it is representing All In, some Invictus. Yeah, happy Canada Day. Yoshi is a Canadian versus, I think, an American. So this is going to be a little cross-border action here as we wait for this game to go underway. Let's talk about Dash and Terminal. We haven't seen it in a while. I played it this morning versus King of Blades, another caster for the ESL. But you have this gold base on both sides of the map. Now that would be pretty cool, but there is no way to get to them. Basically, this is the path you have to take to get to your opponent's base. You can break down the rocks. Where are they? Though they're there. To get there faster, this debris with 3 armor and 2,000 health, that's going to prevent really early rushes. Ignore this. This is the people talking in chat, making sure everybody knows what they got. Solo, Haipu. Yep. And Yoshi, it looks to be going for the same thing. That's not Yoshi, is it? No, that's Invictus. So he's going to be going for that same 1-Rax fast expand that has been so prevalent. And Yoshi on the back of this is going to go for that hatch first, which is very popular versus a Terran player. He's going to get that scouting off too. Going to see no gas. So instead, he's just going to take it for himself. That's 25 minerals he's investing into that. He can't cancel it, but guess what? 25 minerals in the early game is a lot, but he doesn't really need 25 minerals. He has enough. Still selecting it, so I have the feeling he wants to cancel it. He has a couple seconds. Beautiful clutch cancel, and he's going to start it again. That is awesome by him. A good harass, making sure that this Marine is not at the front of the wall. SCV going to go down to this. Where's it going? It's going to go right here. He rallied it out there already. You really don't want to do that until the command center is almost complete and you have this fully saturated. He did get supply blocked as well. That is a bit of an issue. If the game's too loud, please let me know in chat. It's really loud in my headset. So I'm going to do that. He did let that finish, so that is going to die. We do have gas coming out pretty late, so this isn't for an early speed timing. He's trying to turn this into an orbital, but he doesn't really have the minerals to do so just yet, focusing instead on this 3 racks build. Excuse me. We'll have to see if he decides to get out of gas after he mines 100, but I don't think that is extremely likely. King of Blades talking on Twitter. He's maybe talking smack, or he's not. At YouTube featuring at Passer. No, that is something completely different. Trying to be fully multifunctional here. I don't know what that was. Now the game's a bit quiet. But other than that, let's just talk about the game for a minute here. Try and bring on my tangents that are very badly bruised. We do not have a wall off yet. He's not supply blocked anywhere near yet. Just going to throw down a supply depot back here to make sure that this debris is not going to be taken down. But on the back of this, Yoshi deciding not to go aggressive here. Just wants to get that early game economy up and running. Doesn't even have any units on the map other than those 4 queens on the back of this. He's just saturating his bases. Could go for a 3rd soon, but should also begin to think about just what he wants to build. And it looks like it's going to be roaches, which could transition into Roach Hydra eventually. We do have those injects going down on the hatchery in the main, which is turning into her lair. It's not the fastest lair timing in the world, but it is pretty fast. He wants to get that roach speed. And after this, it looks like he wants to go into a standard mutiling Bane style, because he is researching +1 melee attacks. So I feel like he's going to make about 6 or 7 roaches, use them to put on a bit of pressure. Or actually, as I say that, the Baneling nest has been thrown down. If you guys know it as well as I do, you got the +1 melee attack, you got the Roach Warren. This is going to be a Roach Bane attack. And this could work. There are a lot of units out front for Invictus, but if they're all clumped up, a Baneling could do a lot of damage. There's no wall either, so the Banelings will have free reign. He could even run by a lot of Zerglings, go back here, attack the front with his other units to keep them from attacking the morphing Banelings, and do it like that. Creep thread is pretty good down the center of the map. We have an Overseer morphing in. He's worried about Banelings at this point. Starport is down and almost ready to churn out unit production. And we have another transfer of drones. Still no 3rd base. He can't take this one anymore. That creep tumor is the scumbag creep tumor blocking the hatchery, but this is the safer hatchery to take in any case because it is farther. But we do... Oh, let's turn that off. That's a screen recorder, apparently. I have no idea what half of these things do. I'm just using Overwolf for its Twitch alert feature. But +1 is about to finish. And he's just trying to pump out units as quickly as possible here, it looks like. He's got the Glau Reconstitution, he's got the Centrifugal Hooks, +1 Carapace on the way as well. So these guys are going to be a bit beefy. We do have +1 attack on the way and a lot of Marauders to deal with those roaches. So far, neither player has really done any scouting other than the initial. Zerglings on the way now. They are going to be the baneling force of this attack, as a third is trying to be taken by Invictus. That's going to put him a little bit ahead because it is going to be even bases with a Zerg. Actually, I did not know this. That is wide open. Holy cow, that is incredible. One Zergling is going to get in here. You're going to see everything there is to see as Invictus is going to try and move out. Bloody Wraith, that is not really a hidden base. That is just kind of a base a little bit out of the way. I'm guessing he thought it was a good third to take, but here comes Invictus. Will there be enough on the other side of the map is the question. There are plenty of banelings. They have centrifugal hooks. They just can't go on top of the Marauders. The problem, he needs to use them on the banelings, on the Marines, and this attack is not cleaned up yet. Excuse me. He's going to get that Widowmine buried if he's paying attention, but there are so many Marauders, there's not enough here. No, this attack is not going to be taken out anytime soon. The Minivacs is doing so much work. Actually, maybe just enough to hold here if he reinforces and pulls back. He needs banelings. He's going to get a lot of them. 5 roaches also on the way, but their parade push has started. Invictus is on creep, so that is one saving point, but we do have that third orbital on the way. I don't think he meant for that to be a hidden base. I think he just thought it was his third base. On the other side, that is actually pretty cool, but on the other side, he is starting to take out this attack. The roaches get hit again, but the banelings just too strong here. And loses a lot of Zerglings to that Widowmine, but this is pushed back for now. He can't engage this though. He needs to back off, stay on creep. Loses another roach. It's going to be 16 more roaches on the way, but they don't have attack. These guys only have attack and armor, no second eBay. Well, as I say that, he's going to throw it down. It's a bit late. So Invictus is not going to die as quickly, but he's not going to do the damage as quickly either, just with these roaches. He's going to clean this up, however, by the skin of his teeth, it looks like. He needs to focus down the Marauders. Those are what deal damage against the roaches. And there he goes. He does stop them from doing the damage they need to do, and he's going to clean up this parade push. But that Widowmine is going to get some more work done. 12 kills on it, and it makes those roaches so low. He is going to morph in more banelings, more Widowmines, not Widowmines, but Zerglings. They're like Widowmines. You can burrow them. And someone's making bread/dough. I don't know which, but it is loud in my ears. But more banelings morphing in. This attack, all I can say is he needs to split his units. If he does that, if he gets them into the Widowmine as well, and more Zerglings die, that's a lot of roaches, but will it be enough? +1 attack now on the way. That third base is also saturated. Got 3 more barracks, and I mean, Yoshi just not really committing to anything other than this Bane Roach style. He could start making a couple swarm hosts. One thing I've learned on this map, but I'm just figuring it out actually. Put some swarm hosts right here and harass the main. That would be very powerful on this map. Looks like some Invictus trying to go for a Doom Drop here as well, but Yoshi well in position here. Will Invictus decide to drop? No, he doesn't. But what else could Yoshi do at this point, you know? He's trying to get some... Invictus is trying to get some damage done with these drops. That medevac is so low. But Yoshi just defending perfectly, I feel. +1 attack has completed for those roaches as well. +2 attack, +2 is on the way for Invictus though. +3 attack as well. That's gonna make those banelings super strong here. The carapace stops it from being killed as quickly, and the damage versus light and the damage overall is just enough. Spread is good. If Invictus engages into this, it's gonna be. It could go either way. He's trying to force some Widowmine hits onto friendly fire. He's trying to force it back into the Widowmines, but those Widowmine, oh my gosh, that hit was so big. Finally gonna take out that troublesome Widowmine, but that liftoff is actually hurting him right now, Invictus that is. But it looks like he may have enough to clean this up with one good stim. But I lied. All that's left are these medevacs, which are getting taken out. And he's going to try and push across the map, but there's way too much here. Yoshi needs to back up and wait for reinforcements. But he needs a 4th base as well. Both players starting to bank a lot of resources here. Going to throw down 2 more racks to prevent that. Another command center for his 4th. He will be ahead in bases after this. That's just something that you can't let them do as Zerg. He is going to see this. No, he is not actually. He's going to scan here. Going to see that there is a 3rd over here, unsaturated. And he's going to engage into this. The creep is enough, but the banelings in the back. Those are what's going to decide what happens in this. There are a lot of marauders. We have 15 marauders and 24 marines. Those banelings need to take care of the marines. But will there be enough marauders to soak the hits? This entire attack was clumped up so it gets taken out. That is a Terran's worst nightmare. That is not that is almost cringeworthy. Unfortunately for Invictus, he has to back up now and regroup his forces. But luckily, there's not enough on Yoshi's side to really push the issue. +3 on the way for both players. But there is still no 4th base. As I say that, he throws it down. He could throw down a couple more Vespin Geysers. He's still only on 2 of them. On 4 of them, rather. As a Zerg, you need the gas to replenish the banelings. Gonna keep scanning here, making sure he can see the creep, where it is. And Yoshi deciding not to respread it yet. He doesn't have the queens. He needs the queens for the bases. But here we go, another big engagement. Invictus not splitting just yet. He really needs to. The Marines are out in front. The banelings stuck behind the roaches, but they're going to come in here. That is a lot of banelings, but they're not. They are going to clean this up. Oh my gosh, that was a terrible engagement for Invictus there. He loses his entire army, but luckily for him, his production is solid. He's got that 4th base economy. He's almost mined out. He's bringing workers over. Excuse me a second. And now Yoshi is transitioning into Ultralisks. That's not a bad idea. You have chitinous plating almost complete. Oh, they actually brought in Gameheart. That's nice. Actually didn't notice that. But 5th base looks like it's going to be on the way in this gold base. He knows he's a little bit behind here just because of the deficit. And he's just going to go for gold, as they say. More banelings going to come roll in here. Take out everything. The Widowmines don't get the shots off. Still hitting the Ultras. He hasn't seen them yet. Invictus, that is. And he's going to go for this 4th base, but that is not going to help. Actually, he is going to take out this 4th base. Repairs, but not going to be enough. He's going to retreat, but he's done the damage he feels he needs to do. Invictus, however, spelling blood in the water, wants to get on top of this. Take out a couple more roaches. He's going to back off for the moment, but Invictus is going to push the attack. He sees the Ultras for the first time. He's going to go up there and he's going to kill him. Not before taking significant losses, before he finally is going to... Yeah, he's going to take them out. Excuse me. So that leaves this one Ultras. He doesn't have the minerals income is what's keeping him from making more. These Banelings in the front, not gonna morph in time. One does, but there are a lot in the back. Another, oh no, these Widow Mines. If those go off, that is almost game ending. Okay, tries to get a couple shots off onto friendly fire. Does take out the Widow Mines. So this attack not split properly. Once again, it gets taken out. 3 more Ultras on the way. More drones as well. So Invictus just continuously trying to parade push. Actually has enough here with the medevac support. 3 more Ultras about to pop. 6 Zerglings, 4 Banelings. And this gold base still isn't mining.
Game paused.
Oh boy. Okay, so Bloody Wraith paused the game. Okay, so that was a mistake. But here we go. So that attack was cleaned up. He does see this gold base here, so he's going to take that out in a good base. But that gold is forfeit. He can't defend against that. There aren't that many Marauders with this composition, however, so he's going to have to rely on his skirting. Kiting, rather, to take out the Ultralisk. This is a choke point. And a couple of the Baneling hits taking out the Marauders. That's not entirely bad, but the creep spread isn't good enough to engage this, really. You can kite for days off of creep. But unfortunately, Invictus, deciding he wants to take the straight up fight, is going to kite this up. This is actually pretty close. Yoshi cannot engage off the creep. But he's trying his best. He's able to clean this up a little bit. Victor's still kiting around, doing a lot of damage to these Ultralisks. More Banelings on the way. And this is the engagement. These are the engagements that are going to make or break this game, pretty much at this point. He's going to get a full surround off, take out more Marines. The Queens go down, so no transfuses. This is the only health those guys are going to get. Gonna get some more hits off on those Ultralisks, but he's on creep now. The Baneling hit was good, did a bit of damage, but that Ultra's really low here, can't really afford to gauge this. That Ultra's still going to work though. 6 kills so far. The Zerglings coming in to support. They are +3 Zerglings, but I don't think they're gonna change what's happening in this game. The parade push has stopped. They are at hold position. This 4th goes down. And with it, I don't know if Yoshi can take this game. The Baneling hits are good, however. That has been something that has really changed the course of this game. And Invictus still hasn't retaken that 4th base. Doesn't have the minerals to. He's been investing entirely into this attack. No anti-air. Zerg can't deal with the medevacs. Yeah, if he just got a few Mutalisks, he'd be able to kill off those medevacs, which would really hurt this bio, especially since it's so low right now. That Ultra is just dying for nothing there. And the 3rd base is going to go down. Jones pulled the fight. That's when you know you're in trouble. If he can get the full surround, he may clean up this attack, but at what cost? Those are 3-3 Marines and Marauders. They're taking out 17 without even trying to at this point. This attack is cleaned up, but the next wave is already here. So this is not looking too good for Yoshi. This game gone on for 30 minutes though. He's trying his best. He's done some great things in taking out attack after attack. This Marauder is stuck. I'm still in zoomed out mode. I'm sorry. The Marauder does escape. He's seen some things. You would never have lived it down if he got killed by drones. The Banelings died before being able to morph. And this looks like it's going to be it. Some Invictus is going to take game number 1 of this best of 5 series. Got 2 Banelings morphing in. Unless there are miracle Banelings, they can't do anything. Got 13 Marauders and 13 Marines in production. GG. So Invictus takes game number 1. Well, that was a very strong showing out of Invictus. Will he be able to keep it up? YouTube RT bot. I'm sorry, I'm reading this tweet here. But exceptional micro out of exceptional game out of both players. That bomb on the base was my fault. I don't think it was your fault. I'm just kind of reading the party chat out loud by accident here. I really shouldn't be doing that. Let's check out Nuke. I want to see Nuke. Guess what, Cybernetic Gamer? I want to see Nuke too. By the way, guys, I'm sorry if I'm not reading your chat. Usually I have something that lets me see it because I only have one screen, aka it's a laptop. But I can't really see it outside. I can't really see it inside the game. So I will read all your messages out loud. Don't worry about that. But let's just wait for game number 2 here. I forget which map it's on. Let's check. It's gonna be Coda, so we're gonna go old school here, aka season 2 old school. Oslord became the new party leader for a second here to bring in his co-caster, who immediately leaves the party. So if you guys want to know what's going on in the other side of the brackets, I have no idea because I closed it. But we're just going to wait on the party here. Frosty Phoenix, for some reason, is still not in the game. He's not... we tried to get him in, but he just can't get in. We don't know what the issue is. Oslord is not playing Bloody Wraith. But we're just going to hang out here for a second. Just make sure everything is good. Go. And here we go, guys. That was an awkward silence, but it was worth it just to get this game underway. Apparently I had a retweet bot retweet something that Tearing It Up SC2 tweeted with me in it. You can find me on Twitter, by the way, at PastorGaming2. Little plug there, just making sure everyone knows you can find me anywhere on the internet. Except like Facebook or any of that other weird stuff. But we're hopping into game number 2 on Coda LE, a map we've seen plenty of times over. Maybe not so much in this tournament because we all wanted the new maps. But here we go. Spawning in the bottom position. He is down 1 game. He can still come back easily. It is representing himself, Yoshi. And up here he is representing all in the Terran, up one game. It is Invictus. Some Invictus. So let's get that out of the way. So to start off this game, let's just examine what happened last game. Yoshi went for those early upgrades, and that helped him in the fights. Invictus made a few mistakes with his micro. Most common one, he didn't split his units on creep. One tip I'm going to tell all you Terrans out there: if you want to split on creep, what you do is you control and click on a Marine portrait in your hotkey group. That selects only the Marines, so your Marauder it will attack while you are splitting in the background. Hopefully the Banelings will try and kill the Marauders instead of your Marines. That's just a little pro tip from me, the non-pro, aka I'm a plat, so you can take whatever I say with a grain of salt. But Invictus, he's got that crazy fast speed here. Check it. That is awesome. That is pro-Korean speed right there. But we do have a Rax on the way. Gonna go straight into that same build that we have seen him do. Basically, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of deal. But we do have a fast extractor in a gas first. Not a gas first, but a spawning pool and extractor before pool. He wants to be safe against that early aggression here. He has the resources, so he's going to throw down a hatchery as well. So he's going pretty standard this game. He's going to put in those guys one by one into that extractor. Excuse me as I clear my throat. Okay, now that that's done, this Overlord in a bad part of town. Everyone owns a gun. And Yoshi does the extractor trick at 19 supply. Okay, that is all my bad. I'm trying to talk to you guys, but it's not working too well. But, I mean, do you guys see what I see? I can't zoom in on it because it doesn't go too far. That looks really good in there. My brother's in the other room asking how to hide a dead body. Don't ask about that. But that hatchery about to complete, and this is looking to be a very fast Baneling bust. If you guys saw some Invictus's last game, he didn't wall off. That is going to come back to bite him in the butt, I feel. 8 to 10. Okay, that's an awkward silence. I was trying to figure out what that meant, and I needed all my brain power. But here we go. We got the Zerglings on the way. Two up here already, trying to see what the dealio is. Sees that there's a bunker, but he didn't see that there is not even a complete wall off down here. Oh man, this is gonna hurt. Invictus not seeing this. We got 6 on the way. Honestly, he doesn't even need the Baneling bust. He could just run right past this straight into the main. Like, going after this Overlord, he's gonna see this. And this is when panic sets in. He's got to spread out his Marines here because the wall is not going to be complete. That bunker is very close to the other one, but it's not going to do anything worth mentioning. The first bunker goes down, and these Zerglings going to storm in. Going to kill these guys. Wall off is not complete. He could go straight in the main, get on top of that production, but he's pretty much all in at this point. He still has Zerglings out here. They haven't been given the orders to attack. But the wall off is not going to finish. He's going to block it with his Zerglings. He can make more Banelings, but he's got to pull off the SCVs to defend against this. Oh no! GG, well played, out of Invictus. And Yoshi hops right back into the series. It's now 1-1. Okie doke. So a good game out of those two players. It's now 1-1. So we got 2 more games to go at least. But Rafe getting us into the party chat. I'm sorry about the yawning, but I am tired. I was up early this morning to do this. I'm looking how far back behind you guys are. Check this. Here we go. We got the Zerglings on. That's how far back you guys are compared to me. He still hasn't Baneling busted. That seems a lot more than 2 minutes, but I'm just going with what it tells me. See what I get for no scout November. Yeah, a little bit of scouting would have saved him there. But here we go. We got Bridgehead up next. You guys can see that we're hopping into game number 3. Now, let's talk about this map once we get into game. This is based off an old Brood War map, also called Bridgehead, I believe. I didn't play Brood War competitively, so I don't really know. But this is a single spawn map. The only 2 places you can go. You can either go down here or over here. So without further ado, before I talk about this map more, he brought this series back in a really Zerg way. Representing himself, it is Yoshi. And up here, he got caught up by No Scout November, representing All In. It's some Invictus. How about that camera, huh? But anyway, let's talk about the map. There is a natural right over here. That is one of the places, but you could also expand out here. Both are pretty far away, but this is the only one defended. It is a Pocket Expo. You have some rocks here. I can't remember if you can break those down or not. I don't think you can, but I have been wrong many times before. It's my job to be wrong at least half of the time. On the back of this gasless opening for both players, actually, Invictus changing it up a bit. It's going for that refinery before even his barracks. So this is a gas first. And he's gonna hide it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this tells me one thing. Reapers. Does he have that queued up anywhere? Yeah, he's going to put it at the front. So maybe this isn't fully Reapers. Maybe he wants to go for a fast Hellion production. This all is scouted, by the way, by Yoshi in a second here. Now, while I'm talking about Reapers, this is the only place they can jump up. I don't know if they can jump up here just because there are trees in the way. But this is the only place. We checked earlier today, and you can't jump up here. The wall is just too high. But this all gets scouted by Yoshi. What's that? What's that button do? That's the wrong button. So he sees the hidden, but it is going to be a marine. So this is just going to be for a fast factory. And Yoshi sees that. He didn't click on it, but he's about to go buy it again with an extractor trick. But will he click on this is the question. Now, what this tells me is 2 things. Either he wants to Widow Mine or fast Banshee harass. Whichever one it is, let me know what you guys think. Now, Cybernetics, you wanted to see nukes. I want to see nukes as well. That's one thing that could happen, but this extractor is not going to be allowed to finish. He needs to cancel it as soon as possible. Trying to do it at the last possible second here. Will he cancel it in time is the question. No, he doesn't. It finishes. So can you destroy these? Yes, you can. So that's going to make that base really exposed. But here comes the Tech Lab. So this is, again, shaping up to be what I think a Banshee play. And that just confirms it. On the back of this, we do have a Roach Warren on the way. Roach Warren, very powerful in big numbers early on. He could try and get about 7 and push to the front. There's only supply depots, no bunkers. So it would be a powerful push. Excuse me. Okay. Gotta stop yawning. It's not a boring game. But we do have the Lings, hoping that there's no wall off, but there is. On the back of this, we do have the factory. It looks like it's going to go out for us. No, it's going to go into siege tank production. Did he see? No, he still hasn't seen anything out of Yoshi's base. These guys going to make sure nothing comes in through the back rocks. If you guys remember Expedition Lost, well, of course you remember it. It was just last season. But if you remember, those back rocks plus roaches, not optimal for the Terran. But will he start it? No, it's going to be, yeah, siege tank production. Exactly as I thought. So these roaches, not going to get too much done if they decide to push. He didn't get... Invictus did not get Cloak either, so this is not a heavy investment into Banshees. He's going for a Raven. This is mech, almost. I'm almost certain that this is probably mech. Maybe a mech bio build, but here we go. The Banshee gonna go for some drone kills. It's gonna get a lot here. The Queen retreats. And he's just gonna let all of his workers die. He pulls them back for now, but there we go. He realizes that there's no cloak on this. He's getting an Overseer just to be safe. Spore Crawler gonna finish, and that's actually gonna kill it. No, the Queen got to it first. But yeah, this is starting to shape up like a mech bio build. Not the weirdest build I've seen. I smell something good, so let's keep this game rolling so I can eat that. Whatever smells good. But Overseer, Queen, and they roach push. Now, Invictus is going to push at the same time. Those cannons, siege tanks, going to do wonders against the roaches. But you know, yeah, he knows what the dealio is. Are these guys put at the back rocks as well? Yes, they are. But that's going to force Yoshi to come back and defend. Let's see. Baneliness behind this. So he's going to do what he did in the game number 1. Basically, he's going to go for Roach Bane, but he doesn't have the upgrades. Okay, DJ Spectre is online a lot, apparently. But here comes the push. The Raven. That is a bit interesting, a little bit, in this push, but the Seeker Missile could be so powerful. You gotta select the rocks. Is he doing damage to his own units? No, he isn't. So a lot of Overlords are gonna go down. This Viking mainly used for vision. Back rocks are dead, and with it, Yoshi is gonna be in the hold for his life. One Queen immediately dies. Some roaches back here trying to hold on, but a counterattack in the back. Very powerful, but it's going to kill all the siege tanks almost, is it? Yes. But there's still one left. More roaches on the way, and without the siege tank sieged up, this is a bit easier to defend. But no Seeker Missile. There is a Seeker Missile on the field. I think Yoshi has held this for the time being. Another tank has come up to join the fight, however. A lot of damage going down, and these are slow roaches. So he does hold this. That is good for him. The Viking lands in the wrong side of town. Does get back up before it dies. These rocks are still up. Yoshi not getting to do his counterattack yet. But is Invictus watching the stream? He knows what we want. We want nukes. Cybernetics, Cyber Gaming, you're gonna get your wish. Excuse me, I keep forgetting what to say. Still slow, roaches. That's gonna be fixed in about 110 in-game seconds. But here we go. The next attack is on the way. Lot of roaches, not enough marauders, no siege tanks. This push isn't going to get much done. Siege tank production has stopped as well. We do have Burrow on the way too, so that is something we'll have to watch out for. But Yoshi doesn't really want to engage off of creep. The spread would be too easy for Invictus. Excuse me. Yeah, here we go. We got nukes. We got the attack on the way. No ghosts. So that's going to be a bit tricky to land a nuke without a ghost. Does he have one queued up? No, he does not. He's just kind of making his forces out here, getting ready for the big one. We have a few banelings on the way. He doesn't want to reveal Burrow just yet. That tunneling clause needs to finish before he reveals it. But even if he did Burrow, that Raven there is going to prevent him from doing so. More banelings morphing in. This guy's just checking out that rock. It is a really cool rock. But here we go, the move in. There's a lot of bio here. Will there be enough? There will be if those baneling hits were good, and they were. And everything is going right. Yoshi able to clean this up. The production isn't that good out of Invictus. Not as good as it should be by this point in the game. But he is spending his resources very well, I must say. But that Raven lives. As long as that Raven lives, the burrowed roaches is not going to happen. Just can't. And he doesn't want to reveal it while that Raven is in production. +1 attack is going to be a lot quicker for Yoshi. Well, I mean, Invictus does have +1 attack, but he doesn't have +1 armor, which now Yoshi does have. That's going to make those roaches that much stronger. But here we go. Ghost production has started. Those are rocks. Those are rocks. That is so Zergy. And he's not going to see this. He's not going to see it at all. We can't even barely see it with the settings we have it on. But oh my gosh, he sees the ghost. Oh my gosh, here we go. It's going to kill that off, and that is going to force Invictus to come home. Still got that one ghost across the map. It looks like he F2A moved to try and clean this up. Not that much damage being done from those roaches just yet. They really need to do something here. That Raven just doing so much to help out in clearing this up. He sees all these roaches, even with the ones that are burrowed. Yoshi committing a lot to this attack. Will it really do what he needs to do? Ghost still not across the map, and oh, the nuke got taken out. That's not good. That dying just throws a whole wrench into the nuke operations. But behind this, it doesn't look like he's going to try and remake it. Overlord's having a party near the wall. That protects them. Lot of banelings, lot of roaches, and lot of bio. With those three things combined, We're gonna have a party. He's going for that third base. No, he's going for the back rocks. Once again, he's gonna engage. This one Marauder gets taken out. And I mean, +1. Wait. He canceled +1 Carapace. He canceled it. How? Like, I thought it completed. That's really weird, but here comes the attack. That's not a really good position to engage in with all those Banelings just because of how spread out it is. Or well, clumped it is. It's going to free up here Invictus is. That Raven, I feel like you could start doing something, just anything. Make it more useful than it is right now. But here comes the attack. Will there be enough? Invictus not really been able to do his splits that well. We do have an air transition. We do have a Spire also on the way. Where is it? It's back there, so he really needs to defend this base. That's a lot of Banelings. Good shots getting hit off. And Yoshi gonna be prompted to attack here. Banelings do a big amount of damage. Combat shield is done, so those Marines are able to take more than that, more Baneling hits than normal. But that entire army gets taken out, and the Mutas are on the way. There's no protection. There's nothing. Oh no, not enough Marines. Sorry about that squeal there. Yoshi's still making a lot of minerals. His injects are good, but okay, transfer your workers, dude. Please transfer your workers. That's all I'm saying. You're in a really good place here. Got a lot of Marines on the way, but you're just down in upgrades. He also... Okay, so he's lifting off for his third, while also taking this third at the same time. Double third! Oh my gosh, that is awesome. There is a fourth also for Yoshi. We've seen that. And where are those Mulisks? There we go. They're going to start doing damage. He knows this is there. He's going to kill the SCV building it. As long as he focuses it down. And he could go straight into... Well, he's going to pick off all these SCVs that are transferring. That is a big pickup here. It's only 36 workers to the 71 of Yoshi. And he could go directly for the space. He's going to get all the medevacs. That is a huge pickup there. Those are very gas intensive in terms of bioplay. Well, honestly, you just really don't want to lose those. That means this stim is going to hurt a lot. Starts doing more damage on this. Tries to get a few more workers. Does not really be able to do it. So far, 7 have gone down. Missile turrets coming in way too late. He could... Yoshi could attack behind this, try and attack the third, but the Mulus just doing way too much here. Damn, GG, well played. And Yoshi takes game number 2 of this best of 5 series. Game number 3, rather. Let's check out his stuff. And we're gonna hop right into game number 4. Okay. Okay, Diamond Ladder. Talk. Hang on, I'm just looking at Skype really quick. Okay. Where am I at? Entering the lobby now for game number 4. Hang on, my mom is looking at me. Okay, so game number 4 on Terraform. Another great TVZ map. I love it. I'm a Terran. I just can't tell you how much I love it. My win rate is through the roof on it. Therefore, that's why you gotta love it. So let's give a shout out to everybody in chat. Blood Wraith, obviously you're here. Cybernetic Gamer, Oscar Mike 1, you've been here since the start, man. You are awesome. Cybernetic Gamer, I think you were here since the start as well. So thank you to especially everyone in the chat is awesome. If you're just lurking in chat, don't worry. You don't have to be lurking in chat. If you're just lurking in the background without a account, don't worry about it. Yeah, someone's calling me out. That's kind of funny. Alright, so we do need a break. We're gonna get a bio break out of Invictus. To make fun of everyone. It's my job. Okay. Okay, so we're not gonna get that bio break. Some Invictus is back. You and Yoshi still ending. I think Yoshi did something. Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay. And then,
Take two. Okay, so everyone has left, so we gotta remake the lobby. Some Invictus has canceled the ready process. But here we go, on to Terraform. Hopping into the lobby, just waiting on Yoshi and Invictus. Let's get all the people where they need to be. Apparently there's been an issue with the Plat Diamond stream, so we won't worry about that. We'll just worry about this game. There we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go, guys. This is it. All or nothing. Yoshi, 2 games up. Invictus, 1 game down. If he wins this, we go to the game 5. That's not a good map for game 5. It's Cactus Valley. So let's just see if we can end it here. Let's just see if Yoshi takes it 2-1. Invictus, I'm rooting for you. Yoshi, I'm rooting for you. Apparently Invictus has a friend watching, so welcome Invictus's friend. I just gotta root for everybody. That's my job. So spawning up here in the bottom position, whatever. It is representing himself up a game. It is Yoshi. And up here in the top position, he's only down a game, but it is the deciding game. Representing all in, it's Invictus. Some Invictus. Invictus is the guy who helps Husky out. 2 entirely separate people. So let's see what both players decide to do in this game. As I've told the chat before, you have a lot of ways to go. Tech 4 is online, good for him. This is the main attack route through these 2 pairs of rock towers. Can't select them because I'm not ref. I think I just figured that out. But let me get rid of that as well. Trying to get everything all pretty for you guys. But other than the main attack route, you do have some bushes up here and down here by the gold bases. Now that is a separate attack route that you can also take this far base, not base, you can also take the far route on either side. If the player decides to take this base, that is a good option for the harassment. Or if he decides to take this base, excuse me, I mean, you have plenty of options when attacking. Obviously, that favors Zerg a lot because you get the fast units, the easy to get out units. I'm sorry, I'm just smelling pizza and it is bringing me to tears. But the second base is coming out of Invictus. He's going for that 1 rack fast expand. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Will he make nukes this game is the question. Cybernetic Gamer, you want to see him? So let's see if he's listening. Immediate cancel on that extractor. Just trying to bait out a little bit of micro out of both players. This guy getting into position, trying to bring the drone out to attack that SCV. But it is a pool first, not a fast gas, so no fast speed. Trying to think of how this game will go from here. Obviously, he's really worried about a Baneling bust once again. So to make sure that option does not happen, he's going to go all off as quickly as possible. This Overlord trying to get out of there before it dies. This guy, I just love the animation. For some reason, I just love it when I see them shoot up. It just looks so funny. I don't know why. This is pretty much a normal shooting stance. Well, as normal as you can get with that kind of rifle. It's a 50 gauge rifle, by the way. And you just have them shooting up. It's like, what's that thing in the sky? I don't know. Let's shoot it. Because that's pretty much the Dominion. Which, since he's red, I think that's what he is. But here we go. Like Invictus knew this was coming almost. He didn't know it on purpose, but he just knows it's on its way. If he survives this, he'll have the production. Invictus will. But Yoshi doesn't want to give time to let that happen. But one huge problem, I've just noticed this. Do you guys see any wings? No, not buffalo wings. I'm talking about Zergling wings. That's right, you don't, because there aren't any. That's going to make this attack a whole lot harder for Yoshi. But if he does break through this, he does have full access to the main. Still, Invictus will be able to hold this, I feel. He's throwing down another bunker, which will be ready in time. It's far enough back that it won't immediately die, I don't think. Really, honestly, you want to have it back here where you need more Banelings to kill it. You could also start off a wall off here so they have to go all the way around here. But here we go. Needs to focus down the Banelings. But here we go. But yeah, barely takes out the bunker. No more Banelings remaining. And this is a hold. This is pretty much a hold. Great hold out of Invictus. That bunker is still there. If Yoshi had speed, this would be a different story. These two Zerglings just trying to see what they can scout. Bunker is going to die here unless Invictus stops it. But the wall-off is being remade, and Yoshi almost going all in with this attack. It's going. We had 22 more Banelings, not Banelings, but Zerglings on the map. They can turn into 22 more Banelings. But these are still slow lings. That's a lot harder to Baneling bust with. On the back of this, though, he is creating a Roach Warren. He's going for his second gas. But, yeah, I mean, that bunker is in a good position. You do... That is a lot of Banelings. I'm losing my words. I'm stuttering. That is a lot of Banelings. But here we go. We got 4 on the way. That doesn't break the wall. If he repairs, he may be able to save it. Barely. But oh, the wall isn't complete. The Zerglings are streaming through, and the Banelings do massive hits. That is going to supply block Invictus, but he holds once again. 22 more Zerglings. He's still trying to make this work. DJ, you're always online, man. We got it. But what do you guys think of that? Let's check. Oh, you're not saying anything about it because you haven't seen it yet. Oh no. Metabolic boost is on the way. That's Zergling's speed. The supply block is real, though. That is going to hurt him. He does have enough units, though. This is not an all-in. It was close for a second there, but it's not. Thank goodness for Invictus. He's going to live to see another bust. Well, I don't think you want to live to see another bust, but one thing, splits. Put him in the bunker, bring him out as soon as the banelings are about to hit, and do the splits. Bring out your inner innovation. Or another good Terran player. Polt. No. Let's go Maru. Yeah, be the Maru you can be. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Be exceptional. Just gotta wait for boosts now. Any second now. Any second. There we go. The wings are here. With wings, they can fly. But there's Widow Mines. If there aren't any splits, if he doesn't wall up, I'm trying to get words here. These Widow Mines. If Yoshi doesn't break off a couple to detonate them, he's gonna have a bad time. But here comes the attack. Moving outside the wall. These are slow banelings, but they are doing massive amounts of damage. Not enough to kill the entire army, but enough to damage it severely. Medevacs are still far away at this point. The roaches are also there. The Widow Mines dead in the water. 7 roaches is going to be enough to clean this up, just because there is so little health on most of these units. He sells, she sells on the seashore. Words in English. But here we go. Invictus got a macro up to win this fight. Banelings are going to be huge if Invictus isn't able to split. On creep, it's going to be a lot harder to split. But he does have the production. He's going for +2 attack, so he's far ahead in upgrades. Hatchery, he's making Yoshi rather is making sure he has enough larvae to unit produce. But will this be enough? That's a lot of banelings. He's getting it all on creep. And here comes the stim. No splits. There's a lot of marauders. This attack is cleaned up. The parade push needs to back up and regroup. This is starting to look like game 1 in the sense that Invictus is just going to keep on the pressure. Something that he needs to remember, though, is be ready for the Mutalisk switch. If Yoshi puts in the Mutalisk switch with the strategy he had last game, he's going to be in a good position. He is droning behind this, though. Still no third base. Creep spread starting to clear up. That is very good placement, though. He's making sure that he respreads it perfectly. Got it to it before it dissipated. What are you guys thinking so far? Still haven't seen it. I'm going to stop bringing that up because it is messing with the viewer experience. But we do have units all across the map. He decides to take this base. That is easily defended if you have a planetary. Other than that, I think it's still a bit easily defended. You can harass back here from either race, but these guys poised to attack that third base that I have no idea about. +1 attackers on the way, and the Muta switch is coming a bit early this year. Mama, I want Mutalisk for Christmas, and the attack is once again destroyed. Medevac count is starting to climb, but there's a lot of marauders left, so the roaches gotta be careful. Drones are pulled to fight this. The kiting is really good out of Invictus. Takes out 3 drones. And they're not going back to mining. Dude, put them back to mining, dude. You got them. You need the minerals for the banelings. But the spire, if he can hold out until that spire is finished, then he's going to be in a good position. There's not that like there are a lot of Marines being produced, but oh, he's a bit of a no. That's not a miss rally. Good protection. That base just hiding out up here. But where are the Mutalisks? We want Mutalisks. They're not nukes, but we want Mutalisks. Yoshi, getting those P-splits. What's a P-split? You don't want to know. And that is for mature audiences, and I haven't designated the stream as such. No centrifugal hooks, by the way. +1 attack is about to finish in about 10 seconds here. Yoshi going to try and engage this. A bit of an angle here. He does detonate all those Banons, and not the best time. So this attack is starting to gain steam. These two Zerglings not going to survive. Two Mutalisks probably could try and take all this out, but +2 versus +0. That is not a good trade. And it looks like Invictus is back in this series. 22 workers dead. 22 workers dead. The Zerglings not sticking together. They're going in for their own thing. Yeah. Invictus takes game number 4. And we are going to Cactus Valley. Unless these Banelings get the hits of a lifetime. He's not targeting them down. Will they actually get hits? Those are some big hits, but just not enough. GG. Invictus wants to win this series, so he's going to Cactus Valley with the winner's advantage. And there's no rest for the weary. We're gonna get into game number 5 already. There's no point in waiting around. You guys want action. I want action. The lady in the kitchen cutting a pizza that smells delicious wants action.
I do want action. I do.
The brother in the other room, I don't know if he wants action because he never leaves his room. And we're here. We're ready to go. This is gonna be a really fun game. It's gonna decide who is your champion for this game. Okay, guys, like Bloody Rafe is saying, it is the ace match. You guys know what that means. Do you? Alright guys, the silence is deafening. It's the countdown clock. It's what's for dinner. And let's see what we have. Cactus Valley, one of those classic maps all the way from last season. And I'm trying to picture what's going on. It takes a lot of willpower to decide who's gonna win this game. I can't really think of anything to talk about while we're in the loading screen because I am just so hyped I can't speak. But while we are at it, spawning down here in the bottom position, representing himself, he is one game from winning, and so is his opponent. It is Yoshi. And up here, he took the last game so convincingly. He wants this so bad. Representing all in, it is some Invictus. Now, this map on these spawns favor Zerg. If Yoshi wanted to, he could probably get away with a 3-hatch before pool. Invictus really wants to find his opponent quickly, it looks like. Actually, what's he gonna do here? He's gonna go for a fast expand, maybe a command center first even. That is very risky. As I put the score up there, it is risky, But if unscouted, it is so rewarding. If it is scouted, Yoshi could Baneling bust, and that's GG from there. But this is the map where you would command center first. It's 4 players spawn. You're not going to see your opponent for at least 4 minutes if you scout in the wrong directions. And Invictus deciding not to do that. He's actually going to go for a Rax into command center. He's going with what has been working, and I really admire that. He has his build. It's set in stone. It's awesome. It works. So why change it, especially when everything is on the line? I think you win an hour of coaching for this tournament in this league. But here comes the drone. Luckily, he didn't do a command center first, because that would be very bad being scouted this early. But we do have that SCV going for that point rather than cross map where Yoshi is. Just gonna rally his Marine to that worker. That's a Scantipede. Enough said. But we are going to have the Marine hang out here, deny that drone from scouting anything else. Well, actually, it's not going to. It's going to get into the base. Excuse me. And this is a hatch first. The pool, I think that may be a little late on the pool. I don't really know. It may have been a 16 to 15 timing. And Yoshi, just being the cheeky guy that he is, going for that little extractor block. Doesn't want any kind of mech play on this map. He knows refineries, but he doesn't cancel it this time. So that's 25 minerals. He won't get back, but it's money well spent. He's going to throw another barracks down here, so this is going to be bio play. Again, this is going to be one of those plays where it's probably going to work. I feel it may work, but I can't tell you that right now, just because if I show any kind of favoritism, I would lose my job. Well, I wouldn't lose my job. We're a volunteer organization, but you know, I would lose my self-respect. I can't choose players. I love them all too much. They have so much, especially in this leagues. They're so good at making up stuff. Like, you want a Thor dropped in your base, no problem. You want other things to happen, I can't think of any because I haven't been in gold for a long time. Seems like it was only yesterday, but it was only yesterday. I had to get my plat back. But enough about me. Let's get back to the game. We do have the tech lab, so it's going to be Murata production as well. Will Yoshi start his creep spread? He does, and he also has 4 queens. That's going to really jump start that creep spread, help him get that third base. And he's also going to wall off with that Roach Warren as well. Where is it? There it is. So maybe thinking that something is going to happen with Hellions. He's going to keep that wall securely fastened for the remainder of this fight. And on the back of this, going for double gas and a lair. Baneling nest. He's just going for everything in the book. You know what I think this is? 2 base Mutalisk. He needs a lot more drones to make it work, though. You need full saturation on all 4 extractors just to have enough gas for both Banelings and Mutalisks. He's going to be a lot quicker on his plus 1. DJ Spectre, you keep coming online, man. We know you're online. Double Tech Lab, too. He's fearing for the roaches, so he's going to go double Murata production. To be fair, Yoshi has been doing that, but not the best wall. Could throw a queen there, maybe throw like a spine crawler. But this Marine, he still hasn't seen it. He knows he's there just because he scouted the other positions. Just hasn't seen it yet. Yoshi, please. Just a few more creep tumors, man, and you'll be in a world of good position. But this is 2-base Muta. Starting to save up that gas for it. Gonna need some Zerglings for defense. That wall is starting to look pretty good. The scan goes down and reveals it. Invictus making a big point on selecting that, just making sure what it is. And the turrets immediately go down. So worried about that. What's the Skype? I don't know. I can't see it.
Yeah, that's fine.
But who cares? Both players still on 2 bases. The Spire being scouted, he could cancel it if he wanted to. But Millis still a good unit, you know. He could harass around here where there isn't missile turret coverage. And that'd be good, I think. But other than that, the production of both players really starting to kick in here. A lot of larvae being used up, but they're being replenished. Yoshi hitting his cycles pretty dang well. Oslord saving the day. So I think he's going to be doing the Plat Diamond finals in about 20 minutes here. Maybe. I do not know. But this Overlord in the wrong side of town. This is a no micro required free Overlord kill. A few inches to the left and he would have been safe. But here comes the push. Mulisk's gonna try and do some harassment, but there is full missile turret coverage now. Hidden base. Now I don't like this. Hidden base for a Zerg is not as good. It's not as good for Zerg, just because it's your production as well. So the rally is gonna be pretty far. But here we go, guys. This is gonna be an attack I feel that decides this game. You have centrifugal hooks not done, so he needs to engage on creep. But here comes the Baneling. Good kiting. Queen goes down immediately. Losing the queens is pretty big. Tries to engage in the good position. Baneling's getting some shots off. And Invictus still not splitting on creep. It's very important. This attack is going to be picked off. And unlike the previous games, it's Mulisk to take care of the medevacs. He needs to fall back and regroup, basically. Invictus does. That attack was not the best. But the Mulisk gonna pick off medevacs. Those are very important to keep alive for this. The Marine sacrificing himself so that his wife in the medevac can live. But it's a sacrifice in vain. He could have picked off one before escaping. Mulisk still just kind of dancing around, giving Yoshi full map control. That Overlord spread is awesome. I don't know why, but it just looks so cool. He's just going to look around for a hidden base. He's just as paranoid because he took a hidden base. That's pretty much saying, oh, I want to kill that guy, so he probably wants to kill me. But what else we got around here? We got the Baneling Nest, we got the Spire, we got the Roach Warren. So that's a lot of tech. Centrifugal hooks is done this game, however. That is a big deal, so it means he can take the fight to Invictus. Invictus, deciding he doesn't want that to happen, is going for... Well, at least Invictus is paying attention. He saw the Mulisk before the Mulisk saw him, and that's not enough to engage here. Nowhere near enough. Could go for the engineering bay like he was just doing, but the medevac's way out of position. He's going to lose all three if he's not careful. Loses two. The third one boosts away, and medevac production is just now starting again. So he's aiming for the engineering bay, forcing the army to come back and trying to force it to stim as well. Good spread out of Yoshi back at home. They're not really doing anything, but he can't really risk to lose Mulisks when there are so few. +1 attack on the way. Excuse me, I am I am losing my voice, but don't worry, I'll keep it through this game. But the Mutalisks, let's focus on them for a minute. Got a lot more on the way. You got about 10 right now. 15 rather. And that's good. About 15, you could try and do something with them. There is good coverage, but Invictus still on 2 bases. Yoshi on 3. Still not fully saturated yet, but they will be. And a Doom drop on the way. This is spotted. No, it's not. I lied. Now, at this point, Invictus has to know something's up. You don't just not take a third as a Zerg. You need to be on that kind of base. But here we go. It's going to be spotted by these Overlords before it drops. Deciding to go in. And will Yoshi pull back? Here we go. Focusing down the Queen first. All the units are there. The Mutalisks can't engage this alone. Drones are pulled off. 3. So far, a lot are going down. Actually preventing the Banelings from going away. And this drop just gets annihilated. Medevacs and all. These are the last 2 medevacs on the map without really the minerals to reproduce them. I think that, yeah, it's because he's queuing up his units so much. If he didn't queue up his units, he'd be in a lot better position because he'd have the money to medevac. But here we go. Yoshi going in for the kill on this push. And he just annihilates it. He can move across the map now. There is good production out of Invictus, but Yoshi could still move across the map, do a lot of damage before Invictus can push it back. Excuse me 1 second, I'm going to put it on Oslord's vision for a second. Alright, a bit of an issue there with my throat, but don't worry about it. This Invictus losing all his forces here. Still trying to rally across the map, but it's just not working. Invictus deciding he's going to tap out. GG, well played, good luck next time. And Yoshi is your bronze, silver, and gold champion. So that is going to do it for us here at ESL Gaming. I am Passer. If you want to find me, you can find me right here at twitch.tv/Passer2300. You can find me on Twitter at PasserGaming2. And I also have a YouTube where I will put this. It is youtube.com/GamerSteed. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I don't really have too much else. I'm going to host Oslord so you guys can watch the Plat Diamond finals. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. I've been Passer, and we'll see you guys next time.